everybody. Thank you for coming out tonight. It's actually a really big deal for me to be up here doing stand-up, considering I've discovered that this is the one area of my life, the one situation that I willingly put myself in, where I cannot immediately change myself to please others. It's liberating. And terrifying. But ultimately, I'm up here today because the people in my life tell me I'm funny. And I couldn't do it without them. My family, for obvious reasons. Birth. But also, they're half of my material. I've got a great Aunt Susan who shows me a lot of support. She's like a fairy godmother of sorts. And she likes to have girl time, so about once a month we'll go get pedicures, which sounds really luxurious, except Aunt Susan doesn't have all of her toes. It was a birth defect. She has no pinky toe on her left foot. So, when we go get our toenails done, she won't leave the nail salon without demanding a 10% discount. Because she's literally missing 10% of her toes. Usually they argue anywhere from 4 to 6% off because it's just her pinky toe, but eventually they always give in, and it's a good thing too. My Aunt Susan's Yelp reviews have kept that salon alive for 5 years now. And things like that used to embarrass me, I embrace them now. Like, when we walk down the street, Aunt Susan's like a little kid. I have to stand on the roadside, otherwise her missing toe will have her veering straight into traffic. When I went away to college, she gave me a charm for my car, a pair of angel's wings. And she said each time they chime, the good Lord takes a glance in my direction. I said, Aunt Susan, thank you. This is beautiful. But I thought you stopped believing in God. She looked at me and said, that was just for Lent. Now, I'm not a terribly religious person, but I did go to a Catholic grade school, and I know that Lent is a huge deal. Okay, I always gave up peanut butter and pitched a fit I couldn't eat Reese's Cups. But my Aunt Susan? That woman is next level. She gave up God for Lent. My mom thinks I'm funny. But you're not my mom. I don't know you. I don't know your sense of humor. I got nothing. I can't anticipate how to change my act so that each and every single one of you here today laughs. And the stage is not the thing. Okay, I don't get stage fright. I could stand up here for hours and just stare at you. But I can't change your opinion of me. I feel like a little kid standing here on her first day at a new school, just hoping that you'll like me, that you'll really like me. But what if just that hope is not enough? What if I'm not enough? Yikes. I am not a risk taker. I am the most cautious person I know. Okay, I didn't learn how to ride a bike until I was 14 years old, at which point I almost gave up. My internet search history was littered with things like adult training wheels, which I feel comfortable saying later in life is not the safest internet search I could think of. But eventually, I got the hang of it. And once I was riding my bike, it's all I wanted to do. Every single day after school, I would ride my bike around the block for, not exaggerating here, probably 3 hours. My parents gave me permission to stray further than just our block, but I didn't feel comfortable going anywhere else. One day, my neighbor across the alley stopped me to ask if anything else made me happy anymore. I didn't even stop to answer her. Eat my dust, lady. It was a glorious time for me. Until the accident. I was almost hit by a semi-truck. I was out riding with my dad, and he crossed into the middle of the road. He strayed from the safe neighborhood path. That was strike one. But, in an effort to keep up, I followed him, hit a rock, and just ate it. I hit the ground hard. My legs and feet were all tangled in the pedals and gears of the bike, and before I had time to register what was happening, I saw a huge semi-truck barreling over the horizon, headed straight for me. So I did what any sane human would do. I laid there and yelled, "Mayday! Mayday! Man down! Man down! SOS! SOS! I am before you today a changed woman. I took a risk that day, and I wasn't necessarily in love with the outcome. But the risk I take in being on this stage today is even more taxing. Because I find now that courage isn't as straightforward as the dictionary makes it out to seem. See, I used to think that to be courageous was to be absolutely fearless in the face of danger, and blatantly bold in the hands of opportunity. And while that may be true, I find now that real bravery is not measured in recklessness. Admirable, genuine courage is marked by the gentle, balanced strength required to ride a bike, to lead life authentically, to be yourself, to be, or not to be. That is the question. Ultimately, my jokes are an invitation to my reality, my own unique interpretation of anything under the sun. Giving myself permission to believe in the value of those things is not easy. So why am I up here? I could stand here and tell you different variations of the same thing. That laughter is the best medicine version of being a comedian, right? It is my vocation to do whatever is in my power to alleviate you from life's woes, no matter how temporary the fix. And that's true. And I'm glad I can make people happy. But that's not why I love to make people laugh. I do it because if you're laughing, that means I'm funny. I'm funny! How selfish.